writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my poor heart just aches with every wave it breaks over love letters in the sand.
The first recollection I have is I was 5 or 6 years old. My dad, we had one of those little table model hand-wound phonographs. And my dad would let me get over in the corner and set that thing on the floor, and he'd give me the old scratchy records, the old Riley Puckett's and the Jimmy Rogers and the Skillet Lickers. And of course, had that governor on. I could slow it down and try to figure out what they're saying and speed it up if it was a part I didn't like and all that jazz. But those are the guys I listened to, and I was greatly influenced by Bradley Kincaid, the Carter family. Didn't realize it then, because beyond my wildest dream I could ever be in this business. Perhaps I've helped to preserve the old-time mountain music and some of the old songs that I've been fortunate enough to record and have folks seem to like. Songs that I learned many years ago. It's been kind of a hand-me-down type of music, and so if I've helped to keep those alive, I feel like I've left my mark a little.
I'm traveling down this lonesome road, I hate to go. The wind and storm are raging high, and it's awful cold. My mind drifts back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. But now you've gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. You're dandy.
I can never remember any time when I allowed myself to dream that day, and I loved it, and it was always a part of my life, and it's what I did in my spare time, every spare moment. But I never allowed myself to dream that I could be part of this business. I didn't think I couldn't be, but I never allowed myself to dream that I could be part of it. And when I got out of high school and looked around, I really felt that I owed my folks more. They'd struggled quite hard to give me provide an education, that I thought I owed them more than the music business. It wasn't the most reputable thing to do back then. That's what folks did to get out of work, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Mac Wiseman.
We live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You build a world out of vows that were broken. I built a world in my heart.
We realized there was a great need for a trade association, and not only is it one of the largest and most powerful forces in country music, it's one of the largest and most effective trade associations in the world today.
I wanted to make a good impression by telling one of the CMA events or things that occurred during Mac's tenure on the board or throughout these many years of friendship. But my memory is not as well as I'd like it to be, but I do remember Mac telling me about the time that he and the late Bill Williams, whom some of you will remember as head of the Nashville office of Billboard magazine, and he was also the Ryman weatherman for WSM radio and television. But the two guys were coming to a CMA event, both active in CMA, and they wanted to really look nice at this banquet, so they rented tuxedos, and so they thought they needed pressing, so they took them to a cleaners, the same cleaners. So when Mac told me that when he started to put on the pants, they were way too small for him. And so he just simply wore a pair of black pants and his formal jacket. And so Bill, when he tried to put on his pants, they were way too big. But he didn't have any black pants, so he just lapped them over and pinned them and came on to the banquet. And I don't think anyone ever knew the difference but them, and they just had a good laugh about it. So I wish I could remember to tell you, because through the years there had to be many other interesting stories, but I'm sure you don't want to hear me speak all night anyway. So I just am so honored and happy to be the one chosen by Mac to put the medallion on him, honoring him as the newest member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. So at this time, I'd like to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mac Wiseman, the newest member of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Thank you, John.
Sure.
I asked if I could say another word, and they did grant me that privilege. But what I really wanted to say, in addition to all the things that I said and could have said about Mac and our friendship through the years, is that as I look here, I see 3 members of the Country Music Hall of Fame who served faithfully on the CMA board: Brenda Lee, Charlie Pride, and Randy Owen. And there may be others, but thanks to all those who are still serving, both CMA and CMF. Thank you.